Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexandra Carter. We start with the weather today. Get ready for rain, wind, and yes, snow. We'll bring in meteorologist Nicole Skalicki now. She's tracking it for us. Nicole.
Yeah, we have another bout of winter weather on our way as we head into Wednesday. We have one last taste of spring before we get there, though, so definitely get out there and enjoy it today because it's not going to be too bad out there. Not as much sunshine as we saw yesterday. We could see that sun poking through a little bit more in La Crosse in the next few hours. Partly cloudy skies out there, feeling like 53, so not too bad. We do have that light breeze. 47 right now in Eau Claire. Could see a pretty stark temperature difference in terms of those high temperatures today. We have some cooler air starting to go into the area just to the north of I-94 that could stall some of those highs. As we can see, Ladysmith holding on to 46 while Prairie du Chien is sitting at 66 for the high temperatures. So basically anywhere south of I-90 looking at a good chance to see the 60s for one last day before we get some cooler temperatures and some strong winds and some heavy snowfall to go right along with it. So here we are for the rest of the day, staying steady in the upper 50s and the low 60s for the rest of your afternoon in La Crosse. Again, that light breeze out there around 10 to 15 miles an hour. That's not going to calm down this evening either. It's actually going to be increasing overnight to aid in some gusty conditions already being felt as we go into tomorrow morning. Here's your afternoon in Eau Claire again, getting into the low 50s, but having some clouds holding on for the early afternoon hours. And then alert day conditions moving into tomorrow, lasting throughout the entirety of the day Wednesday for heavy snowfall and some strong winds. I'll have all the details on this winter storm coming up in my full forecast.
Thank you, Nicole. Happening today in Viroqua, your chance to speak out on local issues. The Historic Temple Theater will hold a congressional town hall at 6 tonight. Medicaid, Social Security, and farm funding all set to be discussed. Doors will open at 5:30. Representative Derek Van Orden has been invited. No word if he will attend. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz will be in Eau Claire later today, hosting a town hall at the Pablo Center at 6 p.m. The focus, Elon Musk's influence in the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. The event is happening in Derek Van Orden's district.
The reason Tim Walz is coming to the 3rd Congressional District of the state of Wisconsin is because Tim Walz wants to run for president in 4 years. That's why he's here. He doesn't care about Wisconsinites. He doesn't care about working people. He doesn't care about veterans. Doesn't care about seniors. And that's abundantly true and it was made abundantly clear by his incredibly disastrous political presidential and vice presidential run that he did with Kamala Harris.
Wisconsin DNC Chair Ben Wickler will also be in attendance. In-person absentee voting for La Crosse residents is now underway. You can do so at City Hall till 4 o'clock this afternoon. In Eau Claire, you can vote at your City Hall till 4. Voting will be open till March 28th, early voting that is. The deadline to request a ballot by mail is the 27th. Election day is April 1st. A programming note for you, News 8 is hosting a La Crosse mayoral debate. It's your chance to hear from both candidates, Chris Kalo and Shondell Washington Spivey. The debate is at 7 p.m. Friday, live in our studio. You can watch it on 8.2 or our digital platforms. Some breaking news we're following out of the Middle East. The Hamas-Israeli ceasefire is collapsing. Israel carrying out extensive strikes on Hamas targets in Gaza. Israel is accusing Hamas of refusing to release hostages and rejecting mediation officers. Looking at some of that damage here now in these pictures, according to Gaza's health ministry, more than 400 are dead, almost 600 hurt.
To be very clear, Israel will not stop until all of our hostages are back home.
The White House says Israel notified U.S. officials were told about the strikes ahead of time. Right now, 2 NASA astronauts stranded in space for more than 9 months are almost home. So what comes next? Here's CBS's Derek Waller with that answer.
And undocking confirmed.
Overnight, the moment 2 stranded American astronauts finally began their long-delayed journey home. The SpaceX Dragon 9 capsule undocked from the International Space Station at 1:05 a.m. Eastern. Among the 4-person crew, Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore. The pair embarked on a planned 8-day research mission last June, but propulsion issues forced them to stay in orbit for more than 9 months. The other 2 crew members on board, a Russian cosmonaut and another NASA astronaut.
Ignition and lift.
Williams and Wilmore's replacement crew, led by Commander Ann McClain, launched Friday from the Kennedy Space Center. On Sunday, the veteran astronauts welcomed them aboard.
It was a wonderful day. Great to see our friends arrive.
You can hardly even put it into words. The ride up on the Falcon 9, orbiting the Earth for the last couple of days, it's been absolutely incredible.
Ken Bowersox, a former astronaut himself, now leads space operations for NASA.
It's always a little bittersweet, right? You miss your family, but you love being on space station. I'm looking forward to sitting across from them and hearing about their perception of how things went and all about their time on orbit.
And it will be a story unlike any other. And splashdown is scheduled to happen just off the Florida coast tonight around 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm Derek Waller, CBS News.
We'll, of course, keep you updated on that. And closer to home, 600 young musicians will fill the La Crosse Center tonight for the district's annual String Showcase. Students from grades 5 through 12 uniting for the All-City String Festival starting at 7. Logan High and Emerson Elementary orchestra teacher explains his vision for the concert and what he hopes his youngest performers will gain from the experience.
The younger students, the 5th graders and the 6th graders, they get to not only play, but they get to hear, here's what I'll sound like when I'm in 7th and 8th grade. Here's what I'll sound like when I'm in high school. So it's kind of a motivational thing.
The night caps off with all 600 students on stage together for a finale. Donate a pint, get a pint. The Shamrock Club's blood drive is happening now in Onalaska. The St. Patrick's Day themed Pint for a Pint event runs till 5 at the Onalaska Library. Donors can walk in or schedule an appointment ahead of time. The Blood Center of Wisconsin is partnering with the Shamrock Club of Western Wisconsin for the drive.
We also try to do more for the community. We do food drives for Wafer, and we also do this blood drive twice a year to support the community, I guess is the best way to say it.
Donors of legal age will receive a pint of beer in exchange for their blood donation. Still to come for us at noon, why consumer confidence is at a 2-year low and if we'll see any relief. And Trump's trade war's next target could be home prices. We'll explain after the break.
This is Curtis O'Brien, a convicted felon. He sexually assaulted a 5-year-old Wisconsin girl multiple times. Judge Susan Crawford could have given him 60 years in prison, but she let him walk. 2 years in prison. That's it. While his victim lives with the scars forever. She even let the predator live across the street from an elementary school. That was Crawford's choice. Another dangerous decision from Susan Crawford, putting all our kids at risk. She's just wrong for Wisconsin.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Thankfully, American Waterworks offers proven, warranted solutions. Typically less expensive than full replacement and more efficient and lightweight than mud jacking, our methods are designed to last. After all, your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
At Vernon Memorial Healthcare, we believe in your birth, your way. From prenatal visits to postpartum care, we provide continuous support, respect your birth plan, and ensure a smooth transition from pregnancy to parenthood. With expert lactation consultants and a comforting home-like environment, we're here for you before, during, and after delivery. Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where your journey is in caring hands.
Tax refund season is here, and Wesco on Sparta is making it more fun than ever. Dreaming of a brand new sectional or that comfy bed you've been eyeing? Now's the time to treat yourself. Save 20% all month long on furniture and bedding, just in time to make your home the talk of the group chat. Have fun with your tax refund and make your space shine with Wesco and Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
A new survey finds new home prices could jump as federal data shows consumers are getting more cautious with their spending. CBS's Jesse Mitchell has the latest business news headlines from New York.
The cost of building a new home could jump more than $9,000 due to President Donald Trump's trade war. That's according to a new estimate from the National Association of Home Builders. The group's March survey pointed to elevated costs of materials due to tariffs, as well as labor and lot shortages. Economists say tariffs could also impact costs to buy and renovate fixer-uppers. Consumer spending rose a modest 0.2% in February, according to the latest federal data, stoking fears that the economy could be slowing down. It comes a week after a University of Michigan survey found consumer confidence has hit a 2-year low. Multiple U.S. retailers have recently pared down their economic outlooks for the year, citing weakening customer demand and trade uncertainty. And a beloved staple of young fashion, Forever 21, is winding down its U.S. business after filing for bankruptcy for a second time. The 40-plus-year-old clothing retailer is offering deep discounts on its website and in some store locations, both of which the company says will remain open for some time. In a statement, Forever 21 CEO said the company could not find a sustainable path forward, blaming steep competition from foreign fast fashion brands. Forever 21 stores outside of the U.S. are not expected to be impacted.
Coming up, why roughly 1 in 10 people think they have long COVID and how to tell if you're showing symptoms after the break. First, we'll take a live look at what's happening on Wall Street. Stay with us. We're back after this.
Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment. Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot! Shut up!
Called GNT. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Growing up in Chippewa Falls, we had some tough times. My little sister was born with special needs, so I became her protector. And when my dad was laid off, we all had to step up. Along the way, I learned a lot about hard work, common sense, and most of all, what it means to look out for people. I'm Susan Crawford, and looking out for people is why I became a prosecutor and a judge. And it's what I'll do every day on the Supreme Court.
As the chill of winter sets in, there's nothing like the warmth and ambiance of a fireplace to transform your home into a cozy haven. If you've been dreaming of adding a fireplace or upgrading your current one, now is the perfect time. At La Crosse Fireplace Company, our winter sale offers the opportunity to bring comfort and style to your home at fantastic prices. Stop in this month and save 15% off on the fireplace you've always wanted. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
It was a beautiful day. I was riding my motorcycle and a drunk driver turned into my path and ran me over and just drove away.
It was very stressful. We were getting bills left and right, and some of them were very, very big.
Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben had a game plan from the start. Thank you for handling my case with integrity and honesty and with an awesome game plan, and it ended perfectly.
You need an experienced attorney on your side. Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben.
Nick Swartzen.
Yeah, if you want a relaxing experience, get a massage at the airport. What a treat. The guy's like, all right, just breathe. Flight 403 to JFK! Leaving now, let's go! Just breathe. Gate 24, missing child! You're in the rainforest.
Live on tour, Nick Swartzen, Toilet Head, Friday, May 2nd at Ho Chunk Gaming, Black River Falls. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster. Don't miss Nick Swartzen.
Welcome back. In your medical news, about 1 in 10 people think they have long COVID, but they aren't sure. A study in England by the University of Southampton found stigma and self-doubt leads some who believe they have the condition to not get checked out. Symptoms of long COVID include fatigue, shortness of breath, brain fog, and heart palpitations. Babies born with heart defects are at a greater risk of cancer. The American Heart Association says congenital heart defects are linked to a 66% greater risk of eventually developing cancer. In addition, addition, mothers who gave birth to newborns with congenital heart defects were 17% more likely to be diagnosed with cancer themselves. Public naloxone kits save more lives when they're strategically placed. New research shows location matters when placing the opioid overdose reversal drug. The Canadian Medical Association Journal found transit stations produced the best results. Researchers recommend exterior placement with clear signage for maximum effectiveness. As we head to break, we'll take a live look from CityCam 8. Nicole's in next with a look at our forecast.
Stella-Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella-Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
I was in a very bad relationship. After that, I made it my mission to help people. Brad Schimmel really wanted to know, how can we help survivors? He got right in there with me and did the work that needed to be done. I know Brad, the person, and I know how passionate he is about helping people. Women, sexual assault victims, children. He has made it his life's mission to help families. I know that about him.
Every kid deserves a great education. As state superintendent, I helped pass a new literacy law, raised math and science standards, and expanded technical education. My opponent is a lobbyist who's never held a Wisconsin teaching license. She's worked to drain money from public schools to pay for private schools, raise property taxes, and eliminate teacher license requirements. I'm Jill Underley. I'll protect our public schools and never stop working to improve them.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Well, some of us have the chance to see the 60s for one last time today, but tomorrow is going to be a very different story. In fact, our high temperatures will likely be reached around the midnight hour, possibly staying in the low 40s through the overnight period, but after that, temperatures will continue to fall throughout the day. They're going to fall at a steady pace, as we can see around 6 a.m. at 41 degrees. That's close to our normal high for this time of year. And then going into your afternoon, getting into the mid 30s, eventually cooling down to those low 30s near that freezing line by the evening hours. Now, we are seeing snow throughout most of the afternoon, but notice that the temperatures will actually be still above freezing by a few degrees. Snow can still be supported and temperatures a little bit warmer than freezing, but it's going to make it very wet and very heavy, and that's not very fun to shovel or travel in. So let's take a look at what our snow chances are going to look like as we come up into starting in the morning tomorrow. Most likely most of us seeing it in the afternoon. Here we are in SkyTracker around 5 a.m. starting to see that system come up around 7, 8 in the morning. Eau Claire possibly seeing some light flurries or some light rain before that, but really looking to see snow for the majority of the period. Seeing some scattered chances of rain for areas south of I-90. You'll notice some of that could get pretty heavy. I wouldn't be surprised if we heard some rumbles of thunder within some of that initial rainfall in those morning hours as well, but quickly we'll start to see that mix coming in the early afternoon. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a longer mixture period here, especially for La Crosse in those early afternoon hours. 1 p.m. Could still see some light rain mixing in with this, but you'll notice very heavy snow amounts falling during this time. We're going to see the heaviest snow rates falling in your early afternoon. So if you have any travel plans during that period tomorrow, you might want to delay it at least maybe until Thursday if you can wait that long. Otherwise, wait till we get some of the lighter snowfall later in the evening. Starting to see the entire area under snow by around 5 p.m. tomorrow. Again, lightening up especially late in the evening until we actually see it start to move out of the area area around that midnight hour. So it's an all-day event. We'll start to see that precipitation move in the morning, but the snow totals are going to be largely impacted on when we can see that transition from snow to rain. So take notice of this heaviest band between Rochester and Rhinelander. Could change still. There's still the possibility for this to shift. It's going to be a sharp drop off between who sees that heaviest and those medium amounts. So just be prepared. Even if you're not especially in that heaviest amount, you could still see some heavier amounts as we go later into the day. And then another note, elevation changes are going to make an impact on these snow amounts. Those bluffs could get a few more inches rather than those river valleys, so something to take note of. Another thing to take note of, very, very gusty out there. We're seeing wind gusts close to 30 miles an hour already in the morning hours. They're going to be exceeding 40 miles an hour through the afternoon when that snow is falling. That means your visibilities are going to be very, very slim, especially in the afternoon. So what we know, snow in Eau Claire for most of the period. La Crosse seeing that transition anytime between noon and 2 p.m. and strong winds mixed with low visibilities throughout the entirety of the period. Some things to note though, again, that elevation change could cause a couple inch differences. This heavy wet snow is going to compact throughout the day. So if you're not out there measuring it every hour, you're probably not going to be getting those accurate measurements, and then that heavy that heavy snow band can still shift around a little bit. Speaking of a snowman, even with that heavy wet snow, it's going to be the perfect snow to make a snowman. Not the best snow to shovel, and definitely not the best snow to be on the roads in. Could accumulate pretty quickly, especially in the afternoon. So something to be aware of, and make sure you stay tuned later because this is definitely still a changing forecast.
Yeah, for sure. We know you guys will be tracking it, and stay tuned in the morning. We'll have the updates too. Thanks, Nicole. Still to come for us here at noon. The world's first 3D printed train station is coming to Japan. See how it'll take only 6 hours to assemble when we come back.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
Growing up in Chippewa Falls, we had some tough times. My little sister was born with special needs, so I became her protector. And when my dad was laid off, we all had to step up. Along the way, I learned a lot about hard work, common sense, and most of all, what it means to look out for people. I'm Susan Crawford, and looking out for people is why I became a prosecutor and a judge. And it's what I'll do every day on the Supreme Court.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR. Object to anything less than the best.
Japan is set to build the world's first 3D printed train station, and they'll do it in just 6 hours. The 108 square foot structure will replace a weathered wooden station 60 miles south of Osaka. West Japan Railway has prefabricated all components using 3D printing. Workers will ferry the parts to Hatsushima Station and assemble them overnight. Construction begins after the final train departs on March 25th. Pretty impressive. Nicole's back with us after the break.
During the spring savings event at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $400 on the Beauty Rest Black Collection. It's for a limited time, so shop for the best selection only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
How corrupt is Brad Schimmel? Let's count the ways. 1. Schimmel gave a plea deal to a man caught with child porn after the man's lawyer gave his campaign thousands of dollars. 2. Schimmel let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for years, then lied about it. 3. Now Elon Musk is trying to buy Schimmel a seat on the Supreme Court because he knows Schimmel always helps his big campaign donors. That's Brad Schimmel, and he's way too corrupt for the Supreme Court.
Save some green with PM Sleep Center's March mattress sale. Over 15 queen mattresses, $5.99 or less. Queen pillow top mattresses start at $3.99. Twin mattresses start at $159. Stop in soon at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Areas north of I-90 likely seeing snow for most of the period. Everybody else not really seeing that snow mix in until later in the afternoon, but you will get it, don't worry, and you're not gonna like it. It's going to be heavy and wet, not great for the back when you're shoveling, but good for the kids to go out and build a snowman for one last time in March.
That is good. We'll try to take advantage of that, right? Hope it's our last one. Thanks for joining us. We will see you back here tonight. Enjoy your day.